CEO Ronald Hickler from Creating the Difference, TruBallReviews.com. Dustin's going to start by throwing a 2000 grit freshly surfaced IQ Tour, and he's going to roll it over the third arrow. We're going to do a comparison between a 2000 grit IQ Tour and the new DV8 Verge Pearl. Now these balls are not the same finish, which means that we don't expect them to roll the same. And this video is not about bowling ball striking either. This video is about you being able to compare the difference between these two bowling balls. And if you have the IQ Tour, like we have, drilled similar, ours is 60 by 4 3/4 by 30 degrees, and it's sanded with a fresh 2000 grit pad. If you have that ball, you can get a good comparison of how this ball would roll for you. Maybe this is a ball that you need in your bag, it fills a hole. Maybe it's not. Maybe you need one of the other DV8 bowling balls. Anyway, you've got an opportunity to be able to get a relative comparison by watching us throw it, and it hopefully helps you make a better decision. That's the whole point of TruBallReviews.com. So there's the IQ Tour. It's just a little light in the pocket. We've also got some specto action going on over here. We're actually watching the specto data. We will use it to help qualify the shots as well as see what's going on from a performance standpoint. This is going to get him a full rack there and throw that DV8 Verge Pearl. And it's going to help us understand the performance of this ball. What does it do? Ball reviews are obviously very subjective, and this has some subjectivity to it as well, but we're also bringing some data to make it a little more objective and hopefully help you make a decision. So, it's a little bit wider right. Ball definitely is longer. Has less entry angle, less total hook. And you'd kind of expect that. Actually, it's going 3 feet longer than the IQ Tour at this point, which doesn't surprise me by any means. The Verge Pro is going to get thrown again because that last shot wasn't quite where he wanted it to go. We're able to check that too. His launch angle was different. There we go. So that was a much better pitch. That gives us some more information about how the Verge Pearl compares, right? That's the ultimate goal here, is to get a good comparison. And now Dustin's going to use the pattern that we've got to give us a little bit more indication of what the ball does. So we're bowling with chromium, Kegel chromium lane pattern, and we're going to move and play second arrow because there's more friction there. And we're going to see what the IQ Tour does first, which it's going to go through the face. And then we're going to repeat that shot with the Verge Pearl to see how the Verge Pearl responds to friction. We're bowling on Brunswick Pro Anvilane. You can see we've actually got 2 lane surfaces here. We got Pro Anvilane and we've also got AMF SPL, but we're focusing on the Pro Anvilane at this point in time. And we're just going to do some comparisons, man. We want to be able to see what makes the most sense and see if maybe this ball should go in your bag. Good shot. Ball 210s. So definitely longer, even with the friction, and definitely not as much hook. So if you are one of those bowlers who's got the IQ Tour, right, and in your home center that ball is too much ball, too strong, too much hook, this may be a piece that you may want to add to your bag. If you're not looking for that, then maybe this isn't a piece that is for you. But it's not about striking, it's about showing you how the balls compare. That's what the whole point of this is. That's what we are doing. So he's going to move into fourth arrow, catch a little more oil now, see how the balls compare. So that IQ Tour now is not performing as strong, which we would kind of expect being in some more oil. So we'll repeat the shot with the DV8 Verge. Now you say, what if I don't throw it like Dustin? So if you don't throw it like Dustin, what that really means is that the differences that you will see may be more exaggerated or less exaggerated, but it should be the similar type of difference. So if you're higher rev rate than Dustin, then the difference between the two balls should be more. If you're a lower rev rate than Dustin, then the differences should be less. But nonetheless, in all cases, the Verge Pearl should be a lesser total hooking ball than the 2000 grit IQ Tour. And that is one of the big things why we're doing the ball testing this way, ball reviewing this way, is because it doesn't matter how you throw the ball, it at least gives you a good understanding of if this ball is good for you or not. That's the whole point here. Is it good for you or not, where you bowl at in your game? So now we cut the lights off, we got the clutch in full effect. Dustin's gonna go back to third arrow with the 2000 grit finished IQ Tour. And we kind of expect good things, obviously, from here. 10 back, yes sir. And we're gonna do something just a little bit different here, a little bit different. So now Dustin is going to throw, he's going to throw the Verge Pearl, same spot. And we're gonna see what happens when the Verge Pearl goes down the lane in a similar spot as the IQ Tour. Now wait a minute, we got ourselves a rainbow. Actually, that was the unicorn rainbow. She popped up. That shot, as you can now see, was just a little bit, just a very, very little bit inside, right? So we're gonna have you do that again, Dustin. Did you like the unicorn rainbow? I did. All right, so the unicorn rainbow.
My favorite part of clutch.
It's a favorite part of clutch is the unicorn rainbow. So we're gonna rainbow you up. I'm gonna let it happen again. So he's gonna throw the Verge Pearl again. That's a good shot. And didn't recover, so that's fine. So now we're gonna change balls. We actually have two IQ Tours. This IQ Tour is actually set up with a 5,000 grit finish. So this finish is a lot closer to the Verge Pearl. So now we're trying to begin to eliminate the variable of surface. Now it doesn't do it completely because the finishing process that is used at the factory does not match what we can do here, but at least gives you a much better idea. Repeated the shot, and according to Clutch and Specto, we still got a little more performance out of the IQ Tour at 5,000 grit. So really what this tells me about the DV8 Verge Pearl is this bowling ball is going to be one of those balls that's going to work later in the blocks. It's a smoother bowling ball, right? It's one of those bowling balls that's going to be good when you have a lot of friction. Dustin, do me a favor. Let's just test that theory out. Can you move further to the right? I don't know. Tell me what you want to do. Maybe 3 boards right with your feet? Sure. And let's see if that is enough to get the Verge Pearl to recover, because it'll be in more friction. And if he's just leaving his target the same but moving his feet 3 boards right, it'll straighten up the angle, which would allow him the ball more time to hook. That's definitely straighter. And there's your 10 back. So everybody that wants to see the ball strike, there you go. We got you a strike. You can buy the DV8 Verge Pearl at bowlingforless.com. You can also like and subscribe if you like seeing rainbows. If you like the unicorn rainbow ball, man, like and subscribe to the channel. And then as always, if you need more questions, if you have more questions or you need more information, you can check us out at ctdbowling.com. Ronald Dicklin, CEO from Creating a Difference. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And check out one of the other videos on the screen for more information. Thanks for joining us.